In many programming situations, we may need to pass a large bunch of data to functions. Here we will discuss how to pass array to the functions. Consider writing a function which calculates and returns the average of some numbers passed to it. We need not pass a bunch of variables holding individual numbers which are to be averaged. Instead, we can pass the base address of an array holding all the numbers. We have already seen that having access to the base address of an array is sufficient to access the elements. The rest of the magic is done by the array subscripting operator, which internally makes use of pointer arithmetic and pointer dereferencing. Functions have been covered in another video. You may refer to it if required. Both these statements define a function which accepts a int type of pointers. Any one of them can be used. Please note that the second format, which is new but serves the same purpose as the first one. Inside the function body, we will implement the logic which calculates the average. In order to work out the average, we also need to know the number of elements in the array. The function declaration statement needs to be modified like this. This function implements the logic of calculating the average of a set of numbers. It simply iterates through the array and calculates the sum of all the numbers in the array. Note how the array subscript operator has been applied to the array base pointer to access its element. This format remains the same irrespective of the style of the function declaration. Finally, the function returns the sum of elements divided by the number of elements, which is the required average. This function has been called in the main function with an array packed with the numbers whose average needs to be calculated. The print statement will print the value returned by the getAverage function. You should see getting 30.0 printed on the terminal. This brings us to the conclusion of an otherwise complicated topic. In this lesson, we have to cover almost every detail about arrays, how they are declared and how their elements are accessed. We have also discussed the mechanism of pointer arithmetic in general and also in the context of arrays. Do not forget to watch the next video in this series which deals with some challenging problems covering array and pointers. Thank you for watching.